Hello, Revere, and welcome to the Revere Veterans and Community Show. This is a show about Thanksgiving, and we have one of the best gentlemen on here for Thanksgiving. He's a sergeant in the Revere Police Force. Thank you for your community work, and you're also a military veteran. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Now, Joe, you are the Vice President of MassBadge.
That's correct.
Tell us about the event coming up with MassBadge.
So the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, November 20th, from 5 to 8 p.m., we're hosting our 6th annual community complimentary Thanksgiving dinner, which means it's free for anyone to attend and to join us and have a delicious meal.
Right. Now, this is not only the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, but this is the 6th.
Yes, it is.
Tell us how it first got started with number 1.
So this year we're going to be hosting it at the Casa Lucia, which is on 61 Lucia Ave in Revere, and we have both floors. So they were gracious enough, Dennis Micheller and Casa Lucia were gracious enough to give us both floors. So we'll have food on the first floor and an assembly of food up on the second floor.
Right. Now, for handicapped people, I just want to make sure they understand if they can't walk up the stairs, is there an elevator there for them?
I don't think there's an elevator. There's a ramp in the back
Oh,
that can
there
get
is?
them to the front or to the first floor or to the second floor. That's why I did both floors.
Oh, okay.
So it's accessible to everyone.
Right. Now, what else I would like to talk to you about, that these events are not cheap and they do cost money. Who
Yes.
pays for them?
So MassBadge and myself, I'm just the facilitator of this event. I could not possibly do this event with all the many volunteers that come and donate their time to serve people and the sponsors that I have listed on the flyer down below.
Could
And
you read them? Because I want to give them credit. I would like to.
I would love to do that. The MFRP Corp, Robbie and Peter DePisa, two brothers that are gracious every year and support me, along with Jamie Russo from Eastern Equity Partners, Saber from The Good Diner, Chris from Volare, my father-in-law Ernie Manford from Spartan Cleaning, the men and women in both unions of the Revere Police and Revere Fire Department, Dante from ASAP Tree Service, George Bellafato from Bellafato Electric, Dennis Micheller donating Casa Lucia, Stop and Shop Furlong Drive, and Squire Road, Market Basket, Gennaro from G&J Towing, you have Juan from Softies Tech, Kevin Childs from Madison Printing, Southie Market on Broadway, Dave Lightbody from the Sons of Italy and the Speakeasy, Mike from Action Towing, Sam from Gulf, and Mike's Pastry in East Boston even donates delicious pastries for dessert every year.
And to the businesses who have not heard their names mentioned on this and would like to donate for our event next week, please contact Joe Internicola. And Joe, why don't you give them your phone number, how they can reach you?
You can reach me at 781-858-1569, or you can call the mayor's office at 781-286-8111. And just know that if you can't make it to this event and you call me, I will do my very best to get a mail delivered to your home that day. Or Yellow Taxi can come pick you up if you do not have transportation there. The number to Yellow is 781-284-1000. Give them a call. They'll be expecting you. They'll drive you to and from the event. If you're handicapped, I would say your best bet is to contact the mayor's office and see if they can provide specialized transportation for you.
Right. Now, if those businesses and people, because people, you know, are part of the businesses, want to join MassBadge, what did they do to join it?
So they can contact me. They can go to massbadge.com. We do more events than this Thanksgiving dinner, but this is one of my favorites because it gives a sense of community and family to a busy world where this isn't just for needy people. This might be for someone who doesn't have a kitchen to cook in or a family to spend it with. They may have all the money in the world, but no one to enjoy the holidays with. So this isn't just for veterans or for residents of Revere. I encourage any and all people to come, bring your children, bring your family, and meet your neighbor and sit down and enjoy a delicious meal. And again, Pat Keefe is helping me the day before, city councilor, preparing turkeys all day Monday and into Tuesday, slaving over the stove. And trust me, he's a chef for Legal Seafood. The food is delicious. You'll be very impressed.
Great. Now I have to ask you this question.
Sure.
Since you are making the dinner, can you tell us what it's going to consist of, the Thanksgiving dinner
Okay,
at
so-
Casa Lucia?
Obviously, there'll be turkey. We have ham, if you choose, and mashed potatoes, corn, gravy, stuffing, salad.
Cranberry sauce?
Cranberry sauce, of course. Salad dressing, obviously, for the salad. Then we have Dunkin' Donuts coffee, which is always donated. My friend Matt Palante, who's just got sworn in for the Revere Fire Department, manages to get a large amount of coffee every year for us. And then we'll have pastries, cookies, pies, cannolis from Mike's Pastry, and it's a delicious food, great event. And usually the Revere High basketball team shows up to volunteer. I know we're gonna have the Girl Scouts meeting and greeting people at the door. I'm looking forward to that. So it's a great event. We'll have a DJ playing dinner music.
Do you know who the DJ is yet?
Yep. So I usually get a few different people. I have a friend of mine who volunteers. He's from Watertown, but he comes all the way down here, and saw that I posted on Facebook one year that I was in need of a DJ, and he stepped right up and assisted.
Right.
So
You ain't going to believe this, but this is on the computer. You mentioned the dinner with a turkey, right?
yep.
I'm looking at a turkey talking to the computer, and guess what he's saying? Google, Google, Google. So I guess he's having a Thanksgiving dinner there. I'm watching him. See it?
I sure do.
Okay. Boy, what a smart turkey.
Very.
That's for the birds. Okay. Now, people ask me at the senior center and outside on the street when I mention it to them, and the sign that you have here, and you gave me a little sign that I have right here. There is no cost for this at all. Is that correct?
No, this is absolutely free. You don't have to show proof that you live in Revere. You don't have to make a reservation. You don't have to bring any money. This is a complimentary community Thanksgiving dinner that MassBadge is doing with Mayor Brian Arrigo and the city of Revere and the mayor's office. We're all doing it together. They're helping me just as much to get the word out there to the school systems. Just as a matter of fact, today an email went out to the school committee and the city councilors to share it with their delegates, and this is going to go out to the schools and be posted at every school, so people do get the word, and hopefully will come out.
A question that was asked, Ami, is there any age limit for this? I mean, you know, do you have to be a senior, or how old do you have to be, or anyone can come?
I will not turn anyone away.
So if a 2-year wants to walk in, he's free to do so?
I hope they're accompanied by a parent or guardian. We might have to get DCF involved, but they can eat.
That would be great, Joe. That would be great. Okay, and you don't have, we talked about this, you don't have to be free from Revere, I mean, you don't have to be a resident of Revere to attend.
No. So like I said to you earlier, this is being posted up at the Soldiers' Home. I'm very passionate about giving back to veterans and getting as many veterans as I can. Thankfully, Mark Silvestri from Revere Veterans Office is going to help post this as well, and he's been great with getting people there.
Right.
The Soldiers' Home had at least one table last year, and they promised they'd bring more. But we welcome them, and we're hopeful that they'll join us.
I'd like to say to a special person at the Soldiers' Home, his name is Tom Miller, and the Superintendent Cheryl Poppy, I believe is her name. So if you hear this here, please tell all your veterans there to come on down to Casa Lucia. We'd love to have them, from one veteran to another veteran. Okay, Cheryl? Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for that.
Okay, go ahead, Joe. Talk on what else you'd like to speak about, because I got other questions.
All right, I'm ready for another question.
Okay. I hate to do this here.
boy.
I want to congratulate the Red Sox, even though I'm a Yankee fan. I want to say congratulations to the Red Sox for the great job they did.
Thank you.
I noticed every Red Sox had a beard, and you have a beard, but I was under the understanding that the police department does not allow a beard. Are you hiding from someone, Joe?
No, Chief James Guido was gracious enough to allow members of the Revere Police Department to grow a beard, and we're donating money, $125 a person, to Children's Hospital for their holiday fund and/or cancer research or whatever general fund. So we get to grow a beard for the next 3 months. So if you see a police officer with a beard and you think it looks a little odd, you've never seen that before, we're just trying to do it for a good cause.
Oh, I thought maybe you were short on razor blades and things. I was going to help you.
They are expensive, aren't
I
they?
know that. Now, Joe, you mentioned something before we went on the air, which I think is one of the greatest things that the police department does. And I want to say to the police department, thank you for all you do for our community. To all the police and firemen out there, a big thanks from the people of Revere. But I also want to say to you that you do something for the kids on Christmas. I know it has nothing to do with Thanksgiving, but it will come up later on. Tell us about that.
Well, Tish Schuler not only helps me immensely in the kitchen on Thanksgiving, but she does her own type of fundraiser for children at the Revere Police Department, raising toys and delivering them to families in Revere in need. But I am proud to say that MassBadge has a Christmas party every year where they
Besides Thanksgiving party?
Yep, so they have a Christmas party at Anthony's in Malden,
Yep.
and in order to attend the party, you must bring an unwrapped toy per person. So we get thousands of toys donated to this event, and then we raise money to adopt families, in a sense, by finding out their clothing size or their needs or whatever, if their family is struggling, and we can adopt them, if you will, for the day, and just get them some gifts. So we've
Right.
done that every year now.
What happens, like, do they have to be new toys?
So we usually get a packaged brand new toy because we don't want to give
Okay.
a used toy to someone on Christmas.
And new
so-
clothes too for the kids?
Yes. So we'll raise money by coming to the event and buying a $30 ticket to the MassBadge Christmas party, and you can go to massbadge.com or contact me and I'll get you a ticket. It's $30 a ticket per person, and it's one unwrapped brand new toy per person. You come to the event, it's fun, it's delicious food, it's dancing and entertainment, and it's for a great cause, so it's a great night out.
Right. Now, I have to mention this to you, Joe. I mean, people will bring in toys, but sometimes some toys are hazardous to little kids. Does the police department take care of that to say, well, we don't want this, we don't want that?
So we just age appropriate. So
Well,
if there's a toy that's not appropriate for a child, but it's for a teenager, we
Oh, so
we
you go by
separate
their
them.
ages.
And Tish is great with that too at the Revere. So if someone doesn't have to donate toys to MassBadge, they can go right to the police station, drop it off.
Is there an age limit up to what age you get the toy?
I think we've donated up until high school, which is 17, 18 years old. So I think we've done
So
the
that leaves
clothing.
me out then.
Yep, you're out.
Okay.
And that brings up a good point. If somebody wanted to volunteer their time to this Thanksgiving event, they're more than welcome to come down and ask me to put them to work, and I will. But if they also want to donate money or food of any kind to this event, they can contact me directly. They can go to City Hall, drop it off there. They can even go to the Revere Police Station. There's many ways to volunteer. If you're going to make a check out, please make it out to MassBadge. Do not make it out to Joe Internicola. Thank you.
Right. Now, we discussed about people who are handicapped.
Yep.
If you have a walker, not a walker, you can still come with a walker?
Anyone can come. We'll figure out a way. There's a ramp in the back of Casa Lucia, I know.
Okay.
There's no elevator, but there's a ramp to get in, at least downstairs.
Now, a lot of people who are seniors, and I'm talking about, I see them, have wheelchairs. Is there going to be any time for them to use the wheelchair, or they're going to have to check with City Hall to see if there are going to be vans for the wheelchair?
Yeah, I would say that's a little bit above my pay grade, is trying to handicap accessible type of transportation. But if they called City Hall, the number I provided, and ask for the specialized transportation, hopefully they'll be able to get that.
Then, Joe, let's say I need a wheelchair, but I have a caretaker. If the caretaker wants to take me in the wheelchair and wheel me up himself, they can do that without
course.
blood. Okay.
Of course. And we
So-
just encourage people to, when you come, sit next to each other. You know, some people
Right.
segregate themselves. This is all about community and getting to know your neighbor and socializing.
It's
And
going to be on a first come, first served basis, or is there going to be reserved seats there?
no, it'll be first come, first serve.
Okay, so there'll be no reserved seats.
Well, I might reserve depending on if I can, because I don't
Right,
take reservations.
for the
so
government officials.
yeah, it's hard to get a solid number of how many people are coming since I'm not taking reservations right now. It's open door to anyone, everyone and anyone. So it's hard to get a solid number unless I know there's a bus from the Soldiers' Home with 30 people coming. Then I will reserve that many numbers.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you'll give, which I'm glad, priority to the veterans.
Absolutely.
And they deserve it, so.
They absolutely do.
Good. And by the way, I'd like to talk about, if I may just interject, my senior center, if I can for a
Of
minute.
course.
We are having a Thanksgiving party at our senior center. To come down, just call 781-286-8156 and make a reservation, because we have a great Thanksgiving, and I hope we have it as great as you're going to have yours, Joe.
I'm sure you will.
Because for 6 years, and I've done 5 of the 6, it's been great.
Thank you.
Okay. Now tell us about the people that volunteered that do some of the work there for you, because I want to give them credit too.
I wouldn't even know where to begin. Besides,
Begin with the beginning.
I know, well, my wife is there with our children, my mother, my mother-in-law, my grandmother from, I call her my grandmother from another mother, Irma Achitulo.
Oh, she's a great, let me say,
Yeah.
talk about Irma,
Yep.
if I may, for 1 minute.
Yep.
Irma is a blessing in disguise to our senior center.
Yep.
She's doing something now which was never done before, and Irma comes up with a great idea. She's got people to donate used toys or jewelry or things I don't need to the senior center. She sells it, and all the money she gets from there goes to the senior center
Wow.
to help the senior center. So Irma, a great big thanks to you.
You know, Irma was a godsend to my family as well.
That's right.
With my grandfather.
Father, yep.
And extended his life and for years and was by his side every minute. So
I used to play the
I'm
music
forever
for your
indebted to you, Irma. I
grandfather,
love you.
Billy Miranda.
Yep.
Yep, his favorite song was Spanish Eyes.
That's right.
So
That's
I
right.
always used to do that
Yep.
many years ago.
I
So
know.
he's been gone about 2 years now.
It feels like forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's going on.
I know.
Also, I would like to talk to you about the future coming up for MassBadge, Joe. What would you like to see? Now, you also mentioned Everett is having a function at the same time.
Right, so if someone watching this is from Everett, there is a simultaneous Thanksgiving dinner community event, the same that we're doing in Revere
Revere.
at the Conley Center on Chelsea Street in
Right.
Everett. And they're going to provide the same food and desserts and coffee as well.
Did you say the same food?
The same food. We're cooking food. So what happens is, besides the fact that I have Patrick Keefe and they don't, we cook food, turkeys at different locations. Oliveira's in Everett is one. Texas Roadhouse cooks turkeys for us and hams. Braza Grill, they cook turkeys in their big ovens.
You mean they volunteer and do all that?
Yes, they
for
do. Yep. They cook some of these turkeys that, because we're only capable of cooking maybe 15, but we might need 30 to 50 turkeys. We're probably going to buy over 200 turkeys and 150 hams or somewhere around there. So we want to prepare for upwards of 2,000 people for both events. So we have that event going on.
How many people did you say?
We're going to prepare for 2,000 because you never know how many people you get. So we try to prepare for 1,000 in Revere, 1,000 in Everett.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep, I thought you was going to say 2,000.
I don't want to invite the whole city and not be able to feed everyone. So Raul Concalves is the president of MassBadge.
Right.
And that leads me to this. This is a gift for you. This is the 20th anniversary of MassBadge. Now, I wasn't a member of MassBadge for 20 years, but MassBadge has been around. And this is from 1998 to 2018. I wanted to give you this shirt. I know you're a
Oh.
large. All right.
Thank
I hope
you.
you like this.
Oh, I love it.
And this for you.
Thank you.
So he's been doing this for, Raul is the president, and he came up with this idea. MassBadge is the idea that police officers from different cities and towns in Massachusetts come under one badge, and that would be the MassBadge.
Raul, from me to you, a great big thanks, but also a great bigger thanks for what you do for
Right.
us.
And so that's what this is. This is the MassBadge, the symbol for MassBadge. And it's just, rather than saying Everett and Revere and Malden and Chelsea and everyone, MassBadge, members of MassBadge.
I got to tell you what happened. When you came up the other day to Senior Center, the people were applauding because they thought you were going to take me away. Because they couldn't stand the music.
They did look a little concerned.
One gentleman says, no matter what the bail is, Morris, I'll bail you out. So I thought
true
that was
friend.
funny. Okay, go ahead. Hey, thank you very much,
Oh,
Joe.
my pleasure.
Thank you. That's really a surprise to me. I'll wear that when I come to MassBadge.
All right, sounds great.
Okay.
You know you'll get a shirt that day, too. I usually try to give T-shirts to all the volunteers so people know who to go to for assistance or food or help in any way or if they need something. So
I want you to mention there's a couple of people here that I've got off the computer that I, like Merrill Strain, I hope I pronounced the name correct.
Marcel Strain, yeah.
Marcel Strain,
He was-
excuse me, Marcel. Marcel Strain. What exactly is her title with MassBadge?
He was a state trooper, just recently retired. He's been volunteering for MassBadge for
Oh,
probably
it's
upwards
a
of 10
hit.
years. Yep. Him and his wife, his daughter, his whole family, they're part of the MassBadge. And they've, like I said, MassBadge isn't just a Revere Police or Ever Police. It's officers from the entire state. So
Did you say a state trooper?
yes, he is. Yep.
I
Or
hope
was.
Yep, I think he might be the one that stopped me one time to check my license and registration, and I told him to hold my beer can, and he wouldn't do it.
Did you get arrested?
Yeah,
Oh.
but they bailed me out, though. Okay. Marcel, thank you for your service.
Yep.
I got to tell you, I go on the TV, I listen to the news. 4 police shot here, 2 killed here. I don't know how you people do it.
Yeah.
And then I see some of them on cable where they stop a guy just for speeding, and they want to talk to him, and he takes off while the hand is still in the car or on the door.
Right. That just recently happened to an officer in Revere, but he luckily didn't get hurt.
Oh, did they catch the guy? That was
Yep, they did. Yep.
right. And I would like to also thank your chief, James Guido, who does a fabulous job for the city of Revere. So, Chief Guido, thank you. I always call him Captain because I remember him as a captain.
Yep.
But thank you, Chief. Go ahead.
No, so officers getting hurt every day. It's a dangerous line of work, but that's why I enjoy doing something like this, trying to give back and create a sense of community. And that's why I coach my son's football team and basketball and baseball, just to be a mentor to these kids, so they don't just believe what they see on the news, that police officers are bad, and police officers aren't there for you and they're your friends.
Right, I wanted to be a police officer too when I was a young man, but I decided to finish high school first. Tell me, what is the training for a police officer, seriously? I mean, if a person, do you have to have a college education?
No, you do not, but I think they're working on something like that to give incentives to police officers. Some veterans go to the military right from high school, and then they finish their tour, and then they get on the job, and that to no fault of their own, they don't have a degree. So it shouldn't be a requirement, but it should be encouraging to get them to go back. And there are plenty of programs out there for veterans, as you know, and it would be good for some type of educational incentive for police officers to educate themselves.
Right. Do you get a lot of legal training when you go to take it, when you study to be a police officer?
So you can relate, because I went to a police academy. It was a 6-month-long police academy, and the drill instructor, which is what he was called, was a Marine Corps drill instructor, and it wasn't easy.
I could tell you, I was in the Army. I was a sergeant drill instructor.
Yep, I was in the Army, and it was a lot like that. I said, wow, thank God I get to go home tonight, because these guys are tough. But it was worth it. It was challenging, it was difficult, and it should be. And it was rewarding when I completed it. It made it all worthwhile.
I like to just hopscotch around for a little. Beside the Christmas party, beside the Thanksgiving party, during the year, does Mass do a lot of other work?
Yep, so this is actually a shirt from the 20th Harbor Cruise. So it says on the shirt, Harbor Cruise.
Oh.
Right, so that's every July, typically July, we do a harbor cruise outside of Seaport, whether it's on the Provincetown 2 or one of those big ships.
Oh, yeah.
Hundreds of people go out and enjoy a night out on the water in Boston Harbor in the summertime, gorgeous weather. And we raise money to donate for different causes. We've done...
And what does it cost to go on that sea cruise?
Usually it's $30 or $35 on the dock, I think $30 for a ticket. And we'll pick a charity every year, whether it's Wounded Warrior or different veterans organizations, or MSPCA for animals one year we did, or cancer research at Mass General, Children's Hospital.
There's a gentleman that lives in the area here who runs the Wounded Warriors. What's his name? If you remember?
I don't know.
Okay.
But let's get his name on here next year and have him donate to this too.
He does a great job.
Good. I'll have you, that will be homework for you, maybe reach out to him.
Oh, he reached out to me because
good.
I got to tell you, during one cold day, he gave me a jacket that said Wounded Warriors, and he never wanted it back. So I still got that jacket.
That was nice.
Thank you.
That was nice.
Right. Also, by the way, we have about 2.5 minutes. Take a couple of minutes to wrap it up, Joe. Talk about whatever you'd like to.
Okay,
Your experience, your education, your
So I'd
future.
just like to recap Tuesday, November 20th, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Casa Lucia, 61 Lucia Ave in Revere. Please join us for a complimentary community Thanksgiving dinner. Turkey, ham, all the fixings, dessert. You won't regret it, and it'll be a wonderful night out. If you want to volunteer, come down. If you want to donate, you can contact me directly, make out a check to MassBadge, or buy a turkey. We'll cook it the night before down there at the Casa Lucia. But help me spread the word and try to reach the people that I'm trying to reach to get to this, which is any and all to come down.
And you
to this
mentioned
event.
something which I heard you say, that if you're a handicap and you can't come, that yellow cab will deliver to...
I've delivered food every year. I've
Oh,
got.
you have?
I have, yeah. To
Right.
1 or 2 or 3 or 4 people. I mean,
Like really can't come down.
that really can, or they have small children and weren't able to come out. So, you know, when we prepare for 1,000 people, sometimes only 500 or 600 show up, and we have some leftovers. So I've donated to shelters. Different people have come up with different shelters in Boston. We've delivered food there. I've brought in some trays of food to different families in Revere, and one in particular on Hyde Street. She was in tears when I brought her a whole turkey, and it really, I just fed 500 people, and that made my day, that one family on Hyde Street. So if you call me, I promise you I would do everything in my power to get that food to you. We had
Right,
police
and give them your phone number one more time.
781-858-1569. We had police officers last year in uniform, in cruisers. The chief allowed it,
To
thankfully.
go and deliver?
They were helping me deliver food, so we'll make up a plate or two
Okay,
or whatever.
We have a half a minute left. I want to say to you, it was a pleasure to have you come on and
Thank
talk
you.
about MassBadge. It's an honor to have people like you, a community veteran and a military veteran.
Thank you very
Again,
much.
thank you to all the people of Revere, to all the veterans overseas, to serving overseas, to all the soldiers. I want to wish each and every one of you a happy, healthy Thanksgiving, and I'm sure you want to do it likewise, Joe.
I do. Thank you very much. Be safe.
Right?
Godspeed.
And God bless you for coming.
God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.